Hey, welcome everybody. Thank you for coming in on Thirsty Thursday. And tonight we're going to have some conversation. Instead of going through 400 chats today trying to keep up with everybody in the chat, I'm going to say hello once. I saw a bunch of familiar names and said hi and a little bit in the pre-show. Uh, Today I've got a couple things on my plate that I want to lay out there. Just so everybody knows that I'm going to start clipping these up a little bit in the podcast formation. So I'm going to try to make them more agreeable for more than one different audience. So you're going to have to bear with me till I get it figured out to the best way possible. Got a lot of good stuff coming up. But today, the main thing that we're going to talk about today in here is I set out a chat the other day. I've been speaking with several guys, talking about some of this stuff in the back of, a little bit of quiet conversation with other channels and stuff like that. And so I posed a question on my, I called it an experiment time. I posted on my community tab the other day, and I asked everybody, what is your favorite channels, on YouTube, and give me a brief explanation of why. I want to know I was asking basically what that go-to content is that you like, that when you see that notification pop up, you have to click on it and watch it. And then what is it about it that you like? And the reason for me posing this question and this experiment is that I'm trying to, when we're producing videos to see, what everybody out there wants to see. We're trying to find ways, to see what YouTube wants us to do to make a good video. But I think first things first, I think the first thing that you have to take care of, especially if you're trying to create, is take care of the audience that comes in and takes care of you, the ones that are there during your premieres, the ones that are there during your live streams. If you think that most people that create don't pay attention to who is there, who comments, who watches, you're very sorely mistaken, because if you're not paying attention to those people, you're neglecting your core audience and you're eliminating whatever you're trying to do. When we were talking about this the other day, this is such a small community on YouTube. It's rare that any one of these channels does super well going out there. Most of the time we're doing it for each other. We're doing it for a same group of people that are excited and friends with us. So that's what the question was posed for. I'm going to go through a lot of those answers today because a lot of different people put in some very interesting stuff. And then at the end of the day, I'm going to use what I take out of this, and I'm going to try to implement it into video form probably in the next, month or so. So that being said, if you are a member in here and you still have access to the members only tab, if you would like to broadcast my live stream, if it meets your moral standards or is something that you would like to show on your channel or try to earn watch hours, you're more than welcome to click that link. It's called Guest Destinations. When you click into YouTube, when you hit that link, you can put it in if you like. So that kind of thing. We're going to we'll say hi to a few people today just because we have a few minutes before we get rolling here, but I'm going to go fast. FL Thunder was in here early. Rich, the treasure charger's in here. Got his Knox 900. Can't wait to see what he pulls out of the ground or out of the water with that. I told him to submerge that thing in the tub, leak test that bad boy. Marty Verstahl is in here. Another good YouTube community member. My Muddy Mess, Miss Ann. PA Relic Hunters, I'm assuming that's either Rich or Dave. I can't always tell which one's in here. Those two guys show up quite frequently. PA Relic Hunters, if I was answering my question on the experiment as far as metal detecting channels goes, there's ranks way up there. I have an addiction and an affinity to the way that they're producing videos and the energy that they put it out. I really enjoy it. So AZ Hunting, Treasure Hunting Duo, thank you. Pops Magnet Fishing and Recovery, thank you. Mr. Diggs, Tony's in the house. What's up, brother? Nice to see you. Chris Reg Pick, I hope that's how you say that. Welcome. And let's see, Miss Connie Barnes is in the house. Thank you for the great comment on both the video from this week and talking about, you know, that my experiment stuff. And we're going to do those really soon. We're not going to wait too long to get into that. So it's going to create a discussion. If you want to be a part of that discussion, you're more than welcome to drop a comment in the chat here. I got to have it brought up somewhere where I can see it. That would be nice. So that way I can address it. Let me get this thing brought up over here. Okay, quiet down. So I can bring it up and address it. Lake Pilot, Show Me Chris is in the house. Alice Wonderland, welcome, welcome. Thank you for participating. Practical Ken, hashtag Monday Digs. Treasure Charger, hashtag Monday Digs. These guys are putting out awesome content every single week. And Swing for the Ring has been hanging out a little bit in Ken's videos. We see Ace every now and again. Welcome, Ace. Mr. Jim Steele, welcome. Two Brothers is in the house. Two Brothers. And then we got most everybody else. So anyway, back to where we're going with that. It's going to be kind of hard me running solo, but that's okay. It's one of those things. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to flip through and we're going to start talking about some of the people that contributed to that question and what their answers were. And we're going to bring those up. And the first person that's on my list on that is our good friend. You know what? I'll just share the screen so that we can all read it and look at it. Ended up with, I think the 46 comments really kicks back into what I answered. Southern Relics is in the house. Welcome. I've been wound up since Gene was on here last week. Yeah, it really, I missed a week, so I'm not really used to missing a week. There it is. Although I did say that I did want to do less. I did want to do less of the live streams every year. I wanted to knock it down to about 30, which I'm on pace to do more than that this year. First comment that came through is from Woodland Metal Detecting. Welcome. Thank you for being here. First comment that came through was from Chris, Wicked Digger, our good buddy. He's up there in the Brockton, Massachusetts area. Chris is a avid Legend user. He was a Simplex user and is probably one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet. More than helpful out there. Got to say that Chris is a great dude. Also, don't forget in here today, please check out everybody else's channels. Share your links. You know, if you want to, you know, post in here, you can post whatever you want in here as long as it's not derogatory or negative. I want you guys to, you know, have a separate life inside the chat because I can rant for a good bit. My phone is going ballistic today. I think I need to mute that thing. Okay. So anyway, back to Chris's comment. Chris says, when posed the question again, I want to know what everybody's favorite channel was and why. What releases do you feel to watch every time they upload, and give a brief description? For this experiment, I was looking for at least 50 responses. I don't think I quite got that unless we get it during the show today, which that would be great if we do. I am collecting data and I use it for the future good of everything that I try to put out here. But Chris's comment was his go-to channel was Quarter Order. He was the very first metal detecting channel I ever watched and really inspired me to save history. I truly love watching as many channels as possible. That's a very common answer amongst all of us because I watch a ton. I watch a lot of channels every week. The main ones that I still, you know, I get into, it's hard to say. It really just depends on which notifications come up at the right times. But back to his answer, when you talk about Quarter Hoarder, you know, when Quarter Hoarder first started out, you know, his channel didn't get the notoriety that some of the others did. And, but you know, his personality, Jason just kind of, is infectious, right? He gets out with a great group of guys. He's had a lot of different guys detect with him. I think that whole group mentality on your channel really helps it grow. I think everybody grows accustomed. It's kind of like different characters in a TV show. You know, you see different guys every week, and you root for a certain guy to do well when they go out. I think that was one of the high points of like the Hoover Boys. I think, you know, you get your own favorite in the show. You get to fan out on one person, and I think he did a really good job of making everybody that he takes hunting seem like a star of the show as well. So quarter hoarder is a great answer, and that's Chris's go-to. No ifs, ands, or buts about that. That's a pretty good choice. Some of these channels I do not know, so I'm going to go ahead and say it, and I maybe would ask if you would stop by and hit one of them. Michigan Magnet Man Tanner is next. Tanner is probably he's one of my best brothers. He's a great magnet fisher. He's got a great personality for video making. He does a lot of really good stuff. And that being said, Ghost Town Living has been one of my go-to channels. He started his channel right around when I did, and it's been cool watching the growth. He explores old mines in the town, and there's a ton of really cool old finds. He even has a few videos where he's had people come metal detect. See, that's really cool too. I think I've watched that one a few times. Pretty awesome channel. Also saw a few other names pop in that I'll say hey to. Sadie Lady, Johnny Small Pepper, and Stickman Outdoor Adventures. You're welcome. Thank you guys for being here. Pretty flippin' awesome. So that is his go-to, Ghost Town Living. I'm not going to sit and bring up a bunch of channels today because I got a lot of comments to kind of go through. But you know, you find out when you read these comments, what I'll do later is I'm going to go back and see what they do in their videos, because what we're trying to do mainly is we're trying to create a product that our audience loves. You know, if we create a product for our community, for what everybody in here likes, and they respond to it, I think that's the win. You got to take care of your people first. Next one on the list, my homeboy, totally gnarly treasure, Mr. Jesse's out there in Colorado. Great energy, great young guy. Is doing a phenomenal job. He's really working on making his channel great, and he's done fantastic. His thumbnails are amazing, but his favorite channel, or one of his favorite channels, is Bondi Treasure Hunter. I like this channel as well. I love watching his stuff because of his excitement for everything he finds, his genuine love for the hobby, whether it be pulling a crazy bike out of a canal magnet fishing or finding a gold ring metal detecting. His enthusiasm and energy is the same. I think Jesse portrays that. Jesse gets me excited when I watch him because, you know, he's like a kid in a candy shop. When he finds rings or any kind of jewelry, he gets excited, and then I get wound up too. That's another great example. So, you know, the element that he's looking for in a video is he's looking to see people get excited. He wants to see people, you know, that are not just doing the same old mundane, trying to, you know, get it out of that monotone, you know, make it, you know, where you're along for the hunt, you're in for the excitement. So Jesse's looking for emotion. Next one on the list is Mr. Metal Detectorist. He's also a quarter hoarder, but he likes Brian over at B. Higgles. And Brian, I can say what I feel about Brian is Brian does a great job of caressing his audience with his voice. You know, his excitement, it goes through his tone of voice and how he goes through his step by step. Very good flow in his videos. Very similar to Quarter Hoarder in that aspect, where Brian's kind of a one-man show, except for, you know, like when I get down and dig with him. But, you know, there's another great answer, Mr. Metal Detectorist. Next answer on the list is from one of our chat members tonight, and that's Rich, which is Treasure Charger. and he says that he likes Finding America. Greg does a weekly video and provides great history on the targets he finds. It's more mellow, which suits my style. Greg is very wholesome, relaxed. He's a great guy. When I first started my channel, I reached out to him, and I sat in Walmart one night and had a phone conversation with Greg, for I bet 45 minutes. We sat there and talked. And when I decided that I was going to try to make videos for everybody, and get in there, he gave me some great advice that I chose to I'm not going to say ignore. I just kind of forgot about it. He does a good job. He does a good job of keeping his audience really, on the same page as him. He's more mellow, but he does show excitement, in a different way. Finding America is a great channel. I'm not going to lie, my intro for the Ohio River Valley history that I use when I use it in full, I don't use it in full anymore, but it was very similar to, I took a bunch of historical photos from this area where I'm at of boats and stuff traveling along this river basin, and then I just melded it in because I saw him do it. Copying somebody else's handiwork is the greatest form of flattery. So I paid tribute to Greg in that aspect. But another great dude. Oh, no worries, Chris. Yeah, just keep on posting in here because I'm trying to keep up with I can only see it on one side, but Stickman says Lee Bonsai is awesome. Yeah, I'm sure. If you see something in here that you want to, check out, go for it. Main Dirt Sweepers is in the house as well. The next one on my list today is another one of the channels that's in here that gives me great support, Alice Wonderland. Alice Wonderland says metal detecting communities quickly became why I tune in weekly. Sunday, Monday, and Friday digs. I try to attend to support the community. Yeah, that's what a lot of us are here for. A lot of us are here for. It's really fun because I've said this before. I think a lot of treasure hunters, as they go out and do things, I think that community is more of a introverted crew. Most of the times you're doing things by yourself and you're kind of out there. But you know what? Sometimes you have to get to where you want to share what you find, and sharing with a community is probably, this community especially is pretty awesome. There's not a lot of negativity in here. There never generally is, and that makes it that much more fun to share finds. I always love, when you find something great or something epic, the response that you get from the people that watch all the time and they're always around. So yeah, I agree with Alice completely. And you know what? And having somebody like Alice Wonderland leave a nice comment and on a video and give you a little bit of praise for what you do means you're doing something that's kind of worthwhile. PK must have gifted some memberships. I see Tony has lifted that out. Thank you very much, Practical Ken. Everybody stop by Practical Ken. Practical Ken is more of an archaeologist. He does the metal detecting, but he wants his channel to be about a little bit more. It's definitely got a lot of good interest in there and stuff like that. Okay, calm down. Everybody calm down. Rob's back. Next one on my list today. Oh, it's back to Jesse again. And another channel I watch often that isn't treasure related is called Just Nate. He gives to the homeless and is always so refreshing seeing people happy. And I wish I could give more to people like he does. You know what? Those channels that do that, I see a lot of that on the shorts and stuff like that. And they also just go out and they test people's humanity skills, right? Not only do they stop and they help people out, but they sometimes test, where we are as human beings. I don't know. That's what some of those channels are really good at. Southern Relic Adventures. Everybody, please check them out and thank them for the $1.99 super chat. Much appreciated. Definitely thank you for that. Jody Mosby's in the house. Welcome, Jody. But yeah, people that, human life, real life sometimes is a great form of content. Those channels come up a lot on my feed as well. I like people that, it's fun to watch people give to people that need. I think that's great. Next one on the list, and I'm not totally familiar with this person. Drake Miller says, I subscribe to several channels because I like their informational and entertaining content. I really like Diggin' SoCal, B. Higgles, Bondi Treasure Hunter, and Panther City, among others, for metal detecting experiences. I also like channels that deal with various science objects ranging from astronomy to archaeology to fish and wildlife, biology, and environmental affairs. That's a lot in a sentence. As a mean to stay current in my chosen fields of study. So also I'm a diehard Trekkie, so I enjoy many Star Trek channels. I guess the reasons for enjoying particular channels boil down to personal education and entertainment perspectives. So you're going to watch what you like. That's what YouTube is about. I hate to say it, but for the most part, unless it's live TV of sorts, the TV doesn't come on anymore. This is my television. This is where my extra content, my extra time goes. Every one of you beautiful 34 people that come in here today, definitely appreciate it. Also, somebody said it out there earlier. Please smash the like, show a little support. I appreciate that. When the stream is done today, feel free to comment down below. Today is more of a day for me to vent and get stuff off my chest and go through and try to help people understand what the community looks for inside of these videos. The next person on the list is probably one of everybody's best fans that you can have in here, and that's Miss Cynthia Swearingen. She says, I am subscribed to so many, to pick a favorite channel is almost impossible. She does like KCMD, Digging with Deej, B. Higgles, just to name a few. And, those are some of her go-tos. She watches and she pays attention, and she definitely comments and gives you, she feels like part of your family. I love Miss Cynthia. Chat with her, just as much as somebody that's creating every single day, because she's easily found within the community. But look at the content. She likes Dennis at KCMD, Digging with Deej. Those are two channels that are very outgoing, so to speak. And then Brian is just, I think Brian is her, I don't want to call it her guilty pleasure, but I think she just loves Brian. And it's hard not to love that guy. All right, here's a great answer here from Miss Grandma Kelly. She says, can you dig it metal detecting? Because Juicy makes me forget my problems of the day. Also, he inspires me to record everything I dig. Juice is a great guy. Juice lives on personality. He's infectious. I joke, and you know what? Maybe somebody might take it out of context, but I joke in his comments that watching him metal detect gives me anxiety. Because he is so fast and manic. Manic is the word I want to use. The guy is absolutely a genuine human being and does a great job. What's up, Deej? He's just one of those people that does that. He's going to go out and dig 400 pull tabs, and you're going to enjoy watching him dig every single thing. Oh, there's a question. Let's see. I'm not sure. Let me flip back over here and see. Orange squares by names. Hang on. Oh, so Tony, orange squares by the names is different month levels of membership. I'm sorry, I can't change that, can I? Let's go back to this. Yeah, it's just different icons for how long you've been members. Outhouse Otis is in the house. What's going on, brother? 10-Man Willie is in the house. Thank you, sir. Expressions of the Outdoors was next. This gets to one of my favorite things that I like to do, and I'll answer that here in just a second. Wow, There are so many. I watch Mr. Ballin whenever he posts something new. I'm not sure who that is. My wife loves his stories. I also watch Steve Turley whenever he posts anything. I like his positive attitude towards the world. The Y-Files has been on my radar lately. My wife and I enjoy his stories. I also watch Monday Dig premieres. It starts usually around 8. I get on earlier if I don't have to work late. Thank you for that, Wayne. I appreciate that. There are probably several others. Do you want to know more? I'll take any kind of output, any kind of input that you guys are giving, just so that I can analyze it. I like to analyze information. But Wayne has hit on something there that I really like. Is I like trying to encourage people that want to put out content, because I feel that some people fear putting out content because they're in their own type of shell, or they may be a little bit reserved to do so. And I like to encourage that and try to get those people to freely put it out there. And you know what? You put it out there, ask Wayne, I'll promote it for you. I'll do my best to try to help you get going. I think that's great. Just to see somebody else's perspective. Wayne put out a video a week or two ago now, and he turned it into like a learning channel documentary, the way he posed his narration of it. Thought it was really good for his first video. Definitely encourage him to do some more. But that's a great way to, we learn from each other, we adapt, we grow, and from watching other people. Let's see. I saw Patty Disharoon in the house. What's up, Miss Patty? Thank you very much. Jersey Ray in the house, or in the comments, I should say. I go through spurts with each. 1 month it's quarter order, next month it's yours. After that, Chig, Gypsy, etc. In between, I try to watch lots of smaller channels. I'm looking for those who entertain as well as find. Channels become my go-to or my faves when they make me feel as though I am there, not just showing finds or talking to me. Yeah, involvement. You remember when we were kids, or when I was a kid, like Choose Your Own Adventure books. The book let you choose which way you go with it. I think that's what Rachel's speaking to there. I think she likes things that she kind of can get the feel like that she's actually doing the hunt. A lot of people that can't get out and dig might love that, have that same perspective. They want to see the whole process. A lot of us, me too, maybe that's what I'm guilty of, is I cut it down to 1 or 2 sounds of the beep, not fiddling through the plug, because I'm afraid of boring people by, because my inability to find a target within 7 seconds sometimes. So, so sometimes I'm guilty of doing what she doesn't like. And now that's noted. You kind of makes you think a little bit more about how you record. But, talking about all those channels, all those people that she mentioned are great talkers. They probably have a great way of storytelling that make you feel involved. Next one on the list was one that just posted just a little while ago, and that's Miss Connie Barnes. If you don't know who Miss Connie is, she's in the chat right there saying hello. But that's James Iron Antler's sister. Miss Connie is a wonderful person. She's very honest and informative when she's in here. I have to start with Iron Antler Adventures. I never watched YouTube at all till he started. And I wanted to show support for my brother. From that, I have found many great channels and awesome people. Wow. I've got a big list of those I try to follow and watch, and they're all for different reasons. Peg Leggin Detectin', I don't know that one, is one of my favorite new channels. He doesn't do lives yet, but I found his content and find simply amazing. I do search him up and find his latest videos. My others is too long and wouldn't want to leave anyone out. But the main reason for watching all the others are their finds and the history about them. And they add a little fun and humor to their videos, and they treat everyone as a family group, you included. Thank you, Miss Connie. I I like that reasoning right there. I really feel as though that's solid. That probably speaks to a lot of us that are in here tonight. Like today, today's not about today's not about throwing a giveaway out there or trying to rack up all these people. It's about trying to pass on some information and trying to help anybody that's in here creating, trying to look for a new way to present your content. Changing your content up is not a bad thing. It often helps. So trying to find new angles on how you put out your content. I see a lot of channels in here that I watch every single week. And if you were to try something different, I would probably catch it. I'm Zaxxon's in here next. I look forward to mining exploring with Tom and Julie, or Jewel, I'm sorry. Not sure if it's Jewel or Julie. Desert trails and other proper people. I enjoy exploring videos. Yeah, I'm Zaxxon every chance that I get. I see when he puts his videos out. It's usually, it's his whole journey on treasure hunting, where he goes and how he gets there, and to the whole thing. He really drops his videos at different times, and I'm not really sure when that is consistently, but I know that when I see it, I watch. Next comment in this list is Miss Gypsy Lola. See, her channel is completely different. She goes out and she shops the discount racks at all these stores. And I'm not a shopper, right? I'm definitely, it's not something that I get into. But what I've been doing is I watch her videos and I learn about her personality and what she looks for when she shops, just so that I can interact, leave a comment, and communicate with her a little bit. Also, she's a great community supporter. She's very good about trying to help other channels grow. And that's awesome. When I see, every time I look out, when I put out a post, she shares it. And that is a great feeling when somebody actually shares your post for you every now and again, shares your post, shares your Monday Digs lineup. She does a lot of things to help out. And, but she's a shopper. So I guess her treasure is discounts on the rack, but she's awesome. Had a little bit of conversation with her. She's definitely, it's just a different type of person that's in our community, but definitely fits into our community. Miss Patty Disharoon. Patty says, I enjoy ORH. Thank you, Miss Patty. She loves Jersey Ray Digs. Every time Rachel's on, if I'm not in the house or whatever, my phone dings and she's dropping me Rachel's link for her stream. And wherever I'm at, I try to click it. She loves Can You Dig It metal detecting. Everybody loves Juice. She loves Grandma Kelly, Hot Mess, Miss Alicia. She likes FL Thunder, Rob, Wicked Digger, and so many more. Each channel is well, I should say, is very informative and great content. I love this community of metal detecting, magnet fishing, coin hunting, and the paranormal, etc. Everyone respects each other in chat. Super important. They welcome everyone. You all have changed my life. Thank you all, and peace. That's awesome, Patty. I'm one of my favorite things to do is at the end of the week or whatever, I don't always just frequent my Facebook, but I'll log into my Facebook just to see what she's posted. Because she'll send me her finds in Facebook, and she finds some very original, unique artifacts, relics down there in Texas where she digs, and it's pretty awesome. AAP's in the house. Talk about somebody that is all about promotion and taking care of other people. Luke and Rebecca do a fantastic job of community building. It's a little different community than in here, but not really. A lot of the same people go there to promote and be promoted. They are awesome about knowing who you are and having conversation with you. Good, solid people. Definitely love watching them. Nathan, I'll get with you later. Nice to see you. I think that's Nathan. Okay, I'm going to get back to the bottom. And I'm sorry that I can't keep up with all the chat today. Trying to get through some of this other stuff. Trying to get all the way through my topic today. Mr. Brian. I call it, he's got several different channels. Shinks is one of them. Shinks 80 something. Zompocalypse. My go-to channel is Viva La Dirt League. It's a comedy series about games and retail. It's a geeky channel about video games. They are hilarious. I'm not trying to kiss, but this channel I really enjoy because you're so engaged with everyone. Wish more channels are like that. Definitely a different community, but I mean, engaging somebody that he wants to be engaged with an audience, and that's what he's looking for in this type of stuff. So Brian's a great guy. He's got Zombie Apocalypse podcast that he's created, and tries to act and acts out as like dramatic reading and stuff like that. Very cool dude. Awesome. Lake Pilot says, I like Quarter Hoarder and Merrill, but my favorite is Philly Drone Life. He is the best intro in the business. All right, there you go. A solid intro keeps people watching. That's awesome. Merrill is infectious too. Merrill is one of my favorite people to have on as a guest because he's his brain goes into that overdrive kind of like mine does. I analyze things to hell and back, and he does too. And he's awesome whenever he decides he wants to come on and be a guest. Really fun to have him. Definitely intelligent beyond what you think of most people. He thinks about things before he says it, and I definitely get excited about the way he makes his videos. That's one of my go-to watches as well. Let's see. Brian B. Higgles says, digging SoCal, and for one only reason, they make me smile. Yes, they do. That's the back and forth between two people, the dry humor that's kind of there, and just the way, their facial expressions tell a little bit about what they're thinking when they make a video. Yeah, they make me smile as well. Good content. It's never lacked. It's never lacked in being well worth your time. Right now, Rachel Jersey Ray came back in and said, she answered again. She says, I cycle my faves. Currently, she's on the Ohio Metal Maven kick. I love Nicole too. That's another great channel. Another awesome person. Swing for the Ring. Oh, my favorite channels were Chicago Ron and Gravedigger Max. Wow. Haven't heard the name Chicago Ron in a hot minute. Two guys that have been around the hobby for a long time. Absolutely. Great information, charismatic, and just as fun to listen to while they're swinging. There's the comment there. FL Thunder Digging with Rob says the Hoover Boys was one of the first channels I ran across on YouTube when I started. I recognized their Baltimore accent where I'm from, so I was drawn to them. Also, Brad with Green Mountain Metal Detecting is on the top of my channels. The most professional videos on YouTube, and he makes all his own music, which is phenomenal. I also used to watch JD from JD's Variety channel, but he doesn't detect too much anymore. I also like Dig That Beat. They seem to be pretty down-to-earth guys. Those are great choices, Rob. The Hoover Boys, it goes back to that group mentality. You find yourself rooting for certain people in that group, and that group's kind of changed over the years. But you gotta know that Kurt is adamant about getting out there and doing it. So that's what's really good about them. They definitely hammer the right land. They get the right permissions, and they work hard at it. So Wednesdays for a long time. I don't catch them when they come out as much anymore because of my work schedule, but I still watch them. And then Brad at Green Mountain Metal Detecting. The one thing I can say about Brad is that the ambiance and the way I feel, the aura of his videos it's warm, inviting. It makes me feel like I'm there. I get that with Brad more than just about anybody. Not to mention that, but Brad's one of those guys that comes in my chat every now and again and says hi. You you sit there and you look at a lot of that, but when one of those guys shows up in your chat and says hi every now and again, it's kind of cool because that's almost like metal detecting royalty, and they come in and say hey. I love that about him, and that he does get out every so often and make a little bit of a tour and goes around and sees people. But when he pops in here, it blows me away. It's always fun. Let's see. I can't believe that's all of them, but maybe it's so. Alice Wonderland was next. For myself, it's all about metal detecting in Minnesota or Wisconsin, so that they want to know about the area that they dig. I simply tune in to learn how, when, where these folks metal detect and what they're finding. No favorites, all about location. Minnesota Twin Adventures, Southwest Wisconsin Metal Detecting Wisconsin. I love Jeff. Minnesota Random, Jerry D, or just a few of these channels. So regional stuff. You want to find out what people are digging in your area. That's some of the Facebook groups I've joined because they're in my area. I really don't like them groups that well. I thought that I would like Facebook groups, but I don't really care for it that much. But that's another thing. I saw somebody in the chat just mention something that really goes back in here, and oh yeah, here we go right here. My good buddy there at Stickman talks about Mayor Videos. Mayor Video Treasure Hunters with Tripwire early Sunday mornings. Well, it's not early Sunday mornings. Maybe for the West Coasters it is. But, Rob and Marlon on Sundays are killing the live streaming community. It's a great time. For them, that's a great time that they're on. They definitely get to knock it out of the park. But Marlon is the number one reason why I still do a live stream. Number one reason that I put my face in front of a camera, and I'll never forget that. I'll never, let that go. But he's the guy that inspired just to get in here and talk to folks. And when we was first starting these channels out, we were jumping in everybody's live that would have us, getting through that point. And that was what was fun. But that's a great choice. Rob on Sunday mornings, Rob is keeping everybody entertained during their coffee on Sunday mornings, having a lot of great races and giveaways, doing a fantastic job. Him and Charlie together are just a perfect duo. It absolutely works. Oh, I didn't see Chris in here. Wicked Digger. What's up, brother? Nice to see you. Let me go down to the next one here. Jerry at the other side of the boat. Steve Wallace and the Tennessee Sharpshooter. Wallace to unwind and Sharpshooter to learn. We watch different things for different reasons. Great comparisons. I don't know all of those channels, but if one of my friends tells me that it's so, then I tend to believe it. And then back to that again. Alice basically said, learning relics, coins, metals, histories, I enjoy a lot. Commented for ORH, Jersey Ray, Dirt Claude, Digging with Deej are a few of my go-tos. And yeah, we definitely appreciate that. Anybody that has anything else on this list in the chat, feel free to go for it. Didn't mention earlier, I seen Charlie in here digging it back. Charlie and Rob, them guys on Sunday morning, absolutely killing it. Tom Kingery just shows up a few minutes ago. I'm going to drop this share screen down. I am going to finish today. Well, not finish. I'm going to basically, also, if you are a member and you wanted to broadcast tonight, you are more than welcome to broadcast. I didn't see anybody take advantage or do that. But you're more than welcome to do so. What's up, Miss Gypsy Lola? Thank you very much. I'm going to stop this share screen right now. Looter 8's in the house as well. And then I'm going to finish this day out talking a little bit about the other part of the reason why this live is the way that it was tonight. So if anybody hasn't noticed, YouTube added the podcast portion. So for anybody that does live streams, the podcasting format is just another avenue for your live to be heard. I'm not sure exactly how it works yet because I haven't actually put one in there. Today's will be the first one that goes into the playlist. But if you want to portray your live streams in the version of a podcast, so something that can be completely verbal and you can build an audience that way, you can create a podcasting playlist. If you create a podcasting playlist, your thumbnail needs to be completely square. If you'll look where I created my playlist, I made a thumbnail for the playlist, but my thumbnail for tonight didn't work out. I'm going to go back and edit through my live streams and shorten it up. I'll probably take this one down off of that list. But it's another avenue to try to create and find a new audience. So anybody that has something that is not just visual that can be talked about and just listen to in the car, that's another avenue of being heard that YouTube, I'm not sure how far it's going to go. I'm not sure how they're going to promote it, but it's another method. So that is what part of tonight's about. If you see something come up about this as a video release or a premiere at some point, I'm going to go through and edit and cut out a lot of it, and I'm going to make a 15-minute podcast out of tonight's stream so that somebody that doesn't want to come back and sit and watch the whole stream, they can catch the highlights in a 15-minute format for Thirsty Thursday. So that's my plan. That's what I'm going to do with it. I suggest everybody experiment with it a little. You might find out that just creating a podcast could be a good way to vent, to get a few things off your chest, or to talk about something new within the community, what you like to do. Definitely gives you the option, another option within YouTube to promote content. I am going to take a few minutes today. There we go. I'm going to take a few minutes today and offer up. I'm not sure, DJ. I haven't uploaded one yet. I'm going to have more information as I do that. I'm really curious, so I want to see how that works. That's the reason why I'm going to cut tonight up. But thanks for the comment. I'm definitely here to figure it out. Also, Buddy Biggs is out. Thank you for hanging out. Definitely appreciate it. We'll catch you on the next one. Let's see. I'm not sure of the time limit. I'm gonna edit that. I'm gonna edit a video and see what it allows me to do as soon as I get off here tonight. Anybody that wants to comment on anything that we've discussed today, feel free to join the stream. There it goes. I will could handle a little conversation for the next 20 minutes or so. I think that's about how long I'm going to make it for today. Definitely have some other opportunities of stuff that I'm trying to get knocked out. Anybody wants to come up and discuss the reason why their favorite channels are their favorite channels and why they watch them, I would love to take some of that information live. Also, I'll take a little bit of feedback for that if anybody that wants to participate. And then, since today's been such a very chill group, at the end of the stream tonight, we'll drop a gift card out. I don't think I promoted anything about it. Those of you that have hung out definitely will be in the running for a gift card tonight. I haven't dropped one in for a regular stream in a while, so we'll do that here in just a little bit, probably right at the top of the hour. Anybody in the chat have a question? Please address it. Let me get back over here where I can see everything. Oh my word. What am I missing there? Practical Ken, 14 member month member. I haven't gotten, your gift is almost done. I got a person that takes a hot minute before they get there. Jesse's been a member for 11 months. Thank you, sir. Yours will be next. Everybody crossing the 12-month mark. I'll definitely talk to you about that. Did I say my favorite channels to watch? I kind of touched on it for a minute, but I will definitely entertain some of that. You know, right now, and it's no knock on anybody, but I'm totally down with one of the people that's in chat tonight. I've been watching more intently lately. I love the PA Relic Hunters. I think the way that they approach making videos, the videography is really good. The fact that they are telling a story, you know, just the way they, the brotherhood, camaraderie for, you know, being excited for one another, putting out a video. As far as the metal detecting videos go, that's what I enjoy right now. I really like the group idea. Hold on a second. And so right now, that's probably one of my go-to channels. The fact that, you know, that those guys are being rewarded via the algorithm, via the YouTube audience, by putting out awesome content should be inspirational to us all to kind of watch and pay attention to what and how they're doing it. Because, I mean, I know that everybody has their own way of going about things, but their way is really gripping an audience right now. A lot like, you know, a few years ago, how the Hoover Boys gripped an audience. Theirs is very similar. A little bit more storytelling. They're like somewhere in between Green Mountain and the Hoover Boys for the way their content comes off. Definitely one of my favorite channels. As far as I saw another couple comments that I definitely want to hit on. That's fine. Nobody, there's nobody here that ever asks for that, but support is really the main thing that I appreciate. Just taking the time to hang out, have a conversation. If you like to have conversations, I'm easily reachable. And no, Marty, I heard you talk about it, and I saw it. I saw the picture on there. That's amazing. I see that is now your that's your picture, I would assume now. Dude, a seated half. That's amazing. That's a life-changing coin, in my opinion. For crying out loud, I can't even find a standing Liberty quarter. I haven't found a silver quarter since I dug one with Rob in Florida, and that's been almost 2 to 3 years ago. Silver dimes come out of the ground a lot. I don't find silver quarters. So my oldest silver quarter is a 1934, but a seated half is life-changing. It's epic. I was trying to decompress last Thursday a little bit, but I was trying to show support for, you know, Gene, and I let it run. And when I heard that, I had to pop in there and pay attention. So congratulations on a seated half. I can't think of many coins, U.S. silver, that could be a whole lot better than that. So that's definitely awesome. There's Coming Out Swinging, just hit 8 months. Thank you for the chat. Thank you for supporting the channel. That is at the end of the day, that's what I'm about, trying to grow a family. I'm trying to get a group of like-minded people in here to hang out with. And I feel like I've done a pretty good job of most of the people that show up. I have a lot in common with. Going down through here, man, where'd that go? But yes, I like to watch PA Relic Hunters for sure. Right now, that's my favorite metal detecting channel to watch. I'm going to try to go up there and swing with those guys in maybe the fall. Let's see. I saw somebody that likes the rusty magnets. Uh, yeah, the Rusty Magnets, they go out. Their event with Iron Antler is coming up here at the end of May. You know, they do a lot for the community on the magnet fishing side. Rusty Magnets have got a lot of support from Europe, I've noticed. Just saying, bringing that out there. I don't know if they're in here. I don't know if Clay and Jen are in here tonight, but they definitely get a lot of support that way. Let's see. You know, as far as magnet fishing goes, I watch everything that Iron Antler puts out. You know, James and Risha, happy anniversary, you guys. I love that picture, your anniversary picture the other day. Y'all are awesome. Y'all are just as close as a family as I have. So I think you guys are great. Definitely love the fact that, you know, Risha and my wife seem to have tons of things very similar going on. A little quirky, I guess is the way to put that. Good people. I love their channel. But when you get into the magnet fishing, I'm a Michigan Magnet Man and Motor City Magnet Fisher Jason. Those two guys are they're the ones that get me excited about throwing a magnet more so than anybody else. And I love Ben from Kratos. He's been very, very good to me as well. Jason Magnetic Squatch, love that dude. You know, there's I miss Tidewater. I wish he didn't quit. I like a lot of the magnet fishing channels. You know, I like watching. I commented about Grandma Kelly. You know, just the fact that she gets out there and she interacts with everybody that comes into play. She's out there. She's having a good time. She shares. You know, she shares her limelight. You know, man, it's just. She's got that very warm-hearted feeling when you see her out there. And so those are some of the magnet fishing channels that I like. Beyond that, I watch stuff that I try to learn about. And the main things I've been trying to learn about here lately is videography. I learned some of that. I like to learn about the types of cameras that I have and use. I have a Sony ZV-1 and a GoPro Hero 9. I want to learn about how to use them better and more effectively. Also using my phone to record a little bit, different types of stuff, you know, getting that stuff in there like that. Beyond that, you know, different softwares. I try to learn more about my editing software that I have. I have different things, you know, for different forms of it. You know, I just want to do things better. That's my goal every single day. But you know what? We did get somebody jump into the chat a little bit here, and we'll have a little bit of a conversation. We'll let him explain some of what he does. Oh, well, hang on a second. I'll get that as soon as that pops up over here and I can hit it. There it is right there. You won't want to miss my premiere Tuesday night. I found something metal detecting. Risha and I were both shaking. See, that's what gets me wound up right there. When my friends find things that they get them into that point. Yeah, so anyway, I'm going to grab one of our little guests here and bring him up for a second. He's never actually made it up on my screen before. But what's up, Tony? You there? Can't hear you. You are muted. Well, you're not muted. You just have no microphone. Dude, yeah. AAP, Luke, Rob's Sunday morning show is awesome. I laugh. When I'm at work, I have to watch from work. So I'm walking around laughing at this live stream while I'm working in a casino. So. But definitely going to check out. Bro, I'm going to tell you, I agree with that wholeheartedly. Still can't hear you, Tony. Rob, that SLQ is, you know, I was there when you got your barber, right? That was your barber quarter that I was there for. I about died when I saw that. I've seen 2 or 3 barb recorders come out of the ground. But that SLQ, as many 20s, 30s, and 40s yards that I get to dig that don't record, I would think that I would have found one, and I've not found one. It makes me mad. I've got a flipping half cent from 1822, but I can't find an SLQ. How's that? How does that work? Johnny Small Pepper's in the house. There is another gentleman right there that does a very similar thing, just in a different community. Become one of my good buddies. I definitely have a lot of respect for Jeff. He's a great dude. I actually totally enjoy, what he puts out there for his community. Always awesome. Definitely works out. Get to the bottom. Tony, I still can't hear you. No sound. Hey, Junk, what's going on? Relic Reaper Don, how are you doing, good sir? I'm going to go ahead and get set up to here in just a little bit. We'll pick a comment tonight for an Amazon gift card. Be sure that you're chatting. I still can't hear you, Tony. Nope. Let's see. Oh, bye, Tony. Well, thank you, everybody. Thank Tony for making the attempt. Lucky James Eller, what's up, buddy? Nice to see you. If you are in the chat, I haven't started it up yet, so when I tell you to, get ready to hit it. I don't know where it went. There it is. Oh. Not going to answer in the middle of the stream. Sorry, Tony. I'm not going to answer in the middle of the stream. I don't know where my giveaway tool went. Backslash. Huh. Where is it at? Did they take the giveaway tool down? There it is. Couldn't get it to work for some reason. All right, get this thing ready here. Let's see. Text we're going to go for today is one second. Here we go. Let me get this thing loaded up. We'll draw this here in just a few minutes. There is the comment in the chat. I will get the share screen up to see it, collect some comments. Hashtag thirsty, because I'm getting thirsty as we get a little bit further on. Drop Johnny's comment. I got you, Tony. I'll look at it here in just a little bit as soon as I close out for the day. Everybody be sure to get entered. I see 24 in there. That's awesome. 35 still in the chat. Definitely appreciate it. You know, we do have some very lucky people in here, and some of the more lucky people in this in my channel is this one right here. That's a pretty lucky one. And let's see. Starry is very lucky, wins a lot too. Patty Disharoon, she's been a pretty lucky as a person around here. What's up, Brockton Magnet Fisher, Mr. Sean? How you doing, buddy? Hey, I haven't done that pass out thing since we did that 24-hour live stream, and it was about 2 o'clock in the morning, and me and JP was on Marlon's stream at 2 in the morning, and I just about finished a fifth of vodka, and I was sleeping on my keyboard. Haven't done that in a long time. Charlie does. Well, there's a great comment. Mr. Charlie pays everything forward. He's one of the more generous people that I've ever met in my life. And you almost have to force him to take something. I don't give him any choice. I just send it to his email. He can't get away from me. I know how to pay him. What's up, Backbreaking? Welcome. Sorry I didn't mention your comment earlier. After tonight's stream is over, in the comments down below, what do you guys think about podcasting? First of all, I want to know what everybody thinks about that. And I would like to know if truly, if you're not, don't answer, but if you're going to be interested in these clip down versions, taking content and shorten it up into the most important part and releasing it as a video in the podcast format. If you guys like that idea, that's definitely something I'm going to do either way, but I'm definitely gonna play it out just a little bit to see how it works. See, Tony says he's not a fan of podcasts. There's Jimmy Licari right there. Jimmy Licari has a nose for he has a nose. He sends me emails, and I'm just surprised at how much that guy gets around YouTube. All right, let's see. We have 30 entries, 34 in the chat, and we got about 3 minutes until that time of day. Be looking for a post for next week's, or not next week's stream, maybe next week's stream. I'm not sure yet. It's going to be a couple weeks. I think next week might be the monthly members giveaway stream. I'm not sure. If not, it'll be the week after. I am out of town. Let's get that figured out. That's the other thing I wanted to discuss today. And tell me if anybody has any experience with this. Shoot, I should have brought this out earlier. My vacation is going to be from, I will not be here the 11th or the 18th. I will set up probably a Rob and a Gene week for those while I'm gone. Those guys will take care of that. I'm pretty sure I can get that one scheduled in. So look for those guys those 2 Thursdays. But does anybody have any experience in digging in anywhere in the New Orleans area? I've got to spend a couple of days down there, so I think I'm going to take my metal detector. I don't know. I've never seen a channel of digging in New Orleans. Is there laws down there against it? Does anybody know off the top of their head? There's definitely some good old history in that area, but I don't know that there's any. I've never researched it yet, so I'll mention it in here. Yeah, I know Buckle Boy's down that way, but I didn't think he was in. He seems like he's always out in a field somewhere. But anyway, if anybody knows anything about that area, because that's one of the older sea towns in the country, New Orleans, Savannah, Georgia. Most of the Savannah, Georgia is like going into the 1600s. Louisiana Dirt Diggers. I'm not sure I know them. Thank you, Deej. Also, 30 entries still in here, and we've just got a few more minutes to go. Yeah, and so just to bring it out, I'm going to have a one-off video from that trip on my way back. Yeah, I know there's vampires down there, Junk. That's what my wife's going for. We're going to do those tours. Looks like city parks and areas near rivers are allowed. That's awesome. So I'm going to pack my detector. I would love to get a New Orleans video done. That would be amazing. So the other thing that I'm going to do while I'm on my trip, and it might be the only time in here ever that you guys ever get a chance to see my wife whatsoever, is we're going to stop at, and my gosh, the name, hang on a second, I'll bring it up. I can't think of the name of it. The wife and I are going to stop on our way back, and we are going to spend some time at the Crater of Diamonds State Park in Arkansas on the way home. That might be the only time. That might be the only time ever that I get her. That might be my only time I ever get her to actually participate in a video with me. Marty says, I just dug a New Orleans minted coin. Charlie, yes, I will definitely, I'll text you my itinerary when we're going to be down there. We're going to be down there, like 3 days, and then we're going to work our way back up. So I'll be in touch. I would love to meet. That would be fantastic. Let's see. Does that count? Daughter was there today. Your daughter or my daughter? Nah, I think hopefully I'm guessing you're talking about your daughter. I would like, man, I can't get mine to dig. Yeah, I see that link. Hang on a second. Let me get that broad. Oh, I'll save it. Thanks for that link, Don. Let's see. Anybody else want to get into the giveaway? Hashtag thirsty. Please bring that bad boy in there. There's 31 entries. Hey, it's instant gratification. The sooner you send me an email, the sooner I send you a gift card. I can pay you almost instantly. That's the best part about doing gift cards. And for those of you that are monetized, you can use these gift cards as a tax deduction. Which, lo and behold, that's a totally different story. But anything you can deduct on your taxes is good. Yeah, I know, Mark, Otis. We're only staying the 1 day, and we're going to Crater of Diamonds. But if it's close, I definitely will be interested. 31 entries. Get that bad boy going here in just a second. Yeah, I'm telling you, if I have an opportunity and she's not gonna bust on me too bad, I definitely take a part of the day to hunt with somebody. It's her trip, but she definitely would be cool with me going to New Orleans and digging for a little bit. She encouraged me to take the detector, so if you encourage me to take my detector, I'm gonna swing. But that might, like I said, that might be the only chance. It might be like a one and only chance to get to see her on a video. I don't. It depends. Woodland, if you want to, you'll be able to do so. If you set your mind to it as a goal, there's ways that you can participate and get yourself to that point. It's not as difficult as people think, but it's a huge goal to accomplish. Hit that like button. Definitely appreciate that. Definitely love it. Oh, and yeah, I'm going to go ahead and drop the email address. Either one of those works for if you win. If you win, you send it to AAP. Hey, I can do that. Oh, I got you. The daughter and her friend were at the Crater of Diamonds today. Really? Wow. No diamonds, but other precious stones were found. I don't know what the rate has been there lately. It's been on our hit list every time we go down south, and yeah, it's been on our hit list. We just never got a chance to do it, but this trip's a little different without going into great explanation. So it's kind of got 3 stops along the way, and that's on our way home. Okay, I got 31 entries. Anybody last chance to hit it up? 1016. Definitely going to close the bad boy out here in just a second. Make sure you hit hashtag thirsty if you're not sure if you're entered. It's not going to hurt to hit it again. And I will definitely spin this thing off in here in just a second. Yeah, man, there's a lot of, I'm telling you, there's so many awesome people in here. It's amazing. And it's been a good group tonight. I definitely love it. Thank you, Miss Connie. We will definitely be safe down there. That's one of my concerns is safety in that town. I'm not going to lie. All right, no more entries. 32 in the chat. That sounds pretty close. Here we go. Good luck, everybody. If your name is drawn, please send an email to one of those 2 email addresses at below. If you want to be sure, send it to both. All I need is an email, and I will send you back through your email. You will get an Amazon gift card. Much love to everybody. Thank you very much for hanging out with me while I vent tonight and get through some of the stuff. Thanks for the comments on my community page. I definitely learned a little bit about what you guys are looking for in content, and that gives me a little bit more ambition when I edit my next video. Stickman, love you too, bro. Here we go. Good luck. 32 entries. Let's get it. Who's it gonna be this time? Who's it gonna be? Somebody new? Somebody old? Is it gonna be? There's another lucky winner right there, Miss Connie Barnes. Connie, I got your email because it wasn't 2 weeks ago that you won the last time. Looky there. I tell you, it's good karma. Miss Connie is always, I know she's still in the chat. Just say, hey, Miss Connie. So I see you still here. I know, and she's also a member, so regardless, she doesn't have to be, but I know she was in here just a few minutes ago, but I just like to see if she's still here. Let's see. Stop screen. Boom shakalaka Connie. Yep. Yeah, there she is. Right there. Man, I tell you what, karma is a wonderful thing, isn't it, Miss Connie? Being a good person definitely pans out in the end. All right. Just so everybody's still aware, Monday Digs is in full throttle. Trying to add a few more creators to it. Definitely, I think we'll have one new one this coming week. It'll be a little bit longer night, so if you can't participate for the whole night, early and late, there might be something for everybody. I definitely appreciate anybody that goes back and participates in that. Thank you there. Everybody be sure that if you're not watching PA Relic Hunters, you should be. No problem, brother. Anytime. Next live stream, I will definitely have an announcement about what's going to be the content on it. If you see me post something in the community tab. Also, I have no objection to anybody that wants to broadcast my live stream over their channel for watch hours. I have no problem with that whatsoever. I prefer to do it just with the members. that if you want to do that, you don't even have to be in here. You can just come in here, connect to the live stream if you want to learn how to do that. It's free watch hours for anybody that wants to get them. I'm down with that. I don't mind because I get to show my face to another audience. Maybe I'll meet some new people that way as well. Bill, thank you very much. Didn't get a chance to mention your name tonight. I know I saw you chat earlier. Appreciate it. Definitely, Mr. Jim Steele, appreciate it. What? All right, guys. Much love to everybody. Yeah, no problem, guys. Anytime. If you don't know how to do that and would like to, just hit me up. I got no problem with it whatsoever. No, not that way anymore, Luke. Through StreamYard, you have what's called guest destinations now. And guest destinations is that you can come in here if you have my link and drop down into the bottom of my chat. It gives you the option, if I have that turned on, you can broadcast to your channel. So anybody can broadcast that has my link. Feel free to do so. No problem whatsoever. Thank you guys for being here tonight. Yeah, it's really cool. It's for the paid subscription, but yeah, you can broadcast. If you wanted to run my stuff, you could. It's not a big deal. As long as I give you my link to get into my stream, it gives you the option of clicking up there and doing it. Go back and look. A couple of weeks ago, I ran it. I ran Tin Man. I also ran Stick Man, and then we ran Metal Detecting NYC with Merrill. That video got like 2,200 views on his channel. It was awesome. It was really a good night for everybody. But time's up. Much love to everybody. I will see you guys very, very soon. Leave you with some of this.